Hi guys, it's me. I thought that I would get on and make a video and just kind of introduce myself and tell you guys why I'm doing this. So, I am 31 years old. I live in the middle of nowhere. Um, I currently live in the house that I grew up in. So I'm on a hill surrounded by the woods pretty much. Um, I have three boys and a husband. My husband and I, we have been together for a long time, and he actually came to me and he was like, why don't you try out making some videos? He said, you love to cook. It's nothing you're not already doing, so just video what you're doing. And I thought about it for a few days, and I talked to family and friends, and they were all very supportive, and they were like, yes, you should try it. So here I am, putting myself out here, trying this. I'm doing this to try to help some other parent out there, some other family that is struggling to find what they want to fix for dinner tonight. Um, I do generally cheap, easy meals. Um, I know that as parents, we come home from work, we're tired. We don't we don't always want to cook a big meal, but I have a few that are my go-tos that are fast, easy, simple meals that my kids love. So hopefully yours will too. Um, I have cooked in restaurants since 2018. I have also been a stay-at-home mom. I was a stay-at-home mom up until 2018. So that's a long time. Um, I have been everything from prep cook to lead grill. I've run the fryers. I managed a kitchen in a restaurant on top of Mount Mitchell. So I've been around in a kitchen. This is just something new to me. So there's going to be a lot of hiccups. I've never done anything like this before. So I just want to go ahead and warn you guys, there's going to be mess. There's going to be kids. There's going to be dogs, cats. It's going to be loud. It's just what it is. This is how we live. This is our life. This is our house. And at our house, the kitchen is the heart of our home. When our friends come over, when our family comes over, we spend most of our time in this kitchen. And I'm lucky enough to get to be in the same kitchen that I grew up in, whether it was from when I lived here as a child all the way up until I was a teenager and moved out, or before that when I was a toddler and my grandparents lived here. And this has just always been where I'm at. I started cooking when I was 10 years old. I started helping my mom fix meals for our family, and I grew up with a pretty big family. I have two brothers and a sister, so, cooking for 6 people is where I started. So that's cooking big meals is nothing to me. I try to cook on a budget, so a lot of my recipes I've had to make up. Starting out as a teenage mom, and whenever I first got married, shortly after, I was a teenage mom of 2 kids. So I had to learn how to cook on a budget really, really fast. Because for a lot of years, my husband, he was the sole proprietor. And I I can get creative sometimes. Sometimes I'm probably going to make things that make you guys think, really? But trust the process. Um, I'm not going to say that it turns out great every time because we have had some that have been epic fails. But for the most part, I can put something together. So it's just something that I love to do. I love to cook. I love to feed people. You can ask my friends, my family. That's what I do. We just went through the worst hurricane to ever hit here, and in the midst of it all, I I got resourceful. Um, right before it happened, I had made tomato juice from the tomatoes that we grew in our garden, and I had froze it because I was working full time, and I was like, okay, not a big deal. I'll can it tomorrow. Well, tomorrow came, and there was no power. So I took my tomato juice, I added a bunch of other vegetables, I took some hamburger meat, and I made a big pot of vegetable beef soup, and I fed my family, and I fed some of the guys trying to get the roads to where we could get out of here. Um, as my meat would thaw out in the freezer, I would figure out some way to fix it. So we had a little bit of everything during the hurricane. I guess the most creative I got during that time, I had a turkey that was thawing out, and I took it and I chopped it up, put it on my Blackstone, threw some spices on it and seasoning, and I fed two families off of that. So, I was thankful for my know-how, for my resources. Um, I didn't I didn't grow up privileged. I grew up in this house. I grew up in this town. Like I'm just not I'm not your typical mom, I guess you would say. We we grow a lot of our food, and I freeze it. I can it. I make jellies. I make apple butter. Um, I try to do all of those things, because I feel like it is better for me to grow it, for me to preserve it and feed it to my family than to go to a store and get it. Um, I I love to cook. I love to to know that even without the lights, we can still have a turkey dinner. We can still survive because I was raised to know how to survive. Um, we are not like most families. I mean, my husband, he owns his own business, so he is at work a lot. Um, I recently left a restaurant, so right now I'm not cooking in a restaurant. I am actually starting a whole new career path this week, so that's going to be fun and exciting. But I still love to cook. I still want to cook. And I thought that I would bring you guys in and let you see how I do it. Let you see what I do. And maybe you can learn. Maybe you can start preparing your meals. Maybe when canning season rolls around, you might be like, oh, yeah, that apple butter looked good. I'm going to make some of that too. Um, I just, I love being in the kitchen. And I just think that if I can just help one family see that it's normal to just go to the grocery store and get what's on sale and come home and make a meal plan and say, okay, well, tonight we are having this and tomorrow we are having that because these are the ingredients we found at the store that we could afford. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help as many people as I can to feed their families and not really have to stress about it. Like today I went to the grocery store and I went to go grocery and I got stuff to make supper with tonight. And that's just the way we have to do it. I mean, you know, we're just like everyone else. We have bills. We have, you know, everything. We work. We have crazy hectic lives. I mean, I have 3 boys. I have one in after school. I have one I have to pick up from school. I have one who is big into 4-H, and I have his practices for that. I have his competitions for that. I spend 9 months out of my year running for my oldest son's 4-H stuff. And we love 4-H. We're big into it, and it's been hard because we had a cooking club in 4-H, and I loved it. It was awesome. It made me feel so good because I got to go and teach these children that were ages 8 to 18 how to cook. I mean, we made chili and cornbread one night. We made apple pies. We made all kinds of things. And I loved it because these are skills these kids can take in and they can use them forever. You know, they will know how to feed themselves. But unfortunately, we haven't had it in a long time. I'm not sure if they're going to start it back up or not. So I thought that maybe I could do that here. I could do that and show you guys basically how I showed those kids. So I thought that maybe this will go somewhere, maybe it'll go nowhere, but it's worth a shot. Like I said, this is my home. I am opening it up. I'm letting everyone in. Everyone see the raw, unfiltered Murphy family. We're wild. We're crazy. You never know what you're going to get. I mean, I tell my kids that it's like living in a zoo here. We have 3 boys, 6 dogs, 2 cats. It's like living in a zoo here. And at any given time, you may hear squeals. Oh my gosh, there's a deer outside. There's a turkey outside. There's a bear outside. We live in the woods. So there's a lot of excitement. We love to spend our time outside. We love to spend our time just in nature, and that's such a big deal to us. Like, it is. My kids love to play in the creek, and we go down there, and you never know. I mean, we may not cook in the house every night, and I don't. I cook in the house. I cook on the stove. I cook in the crock pot. I cook in the Instapot. I dehydrate food. I do the grill. We cook on an open fire. I mean, we made pickled corn this year, and we ended up rebel canning it on the fire outside. I mean, it's just, you never know what you're going to get with these videos. So, with that said, I hope that all of you enjoy my videos. I hope that you find a meal that your family absolutely loves. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.